What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Gibbon here today with another Destiny 2 video for you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it as ever. It's been a minute since I've done a video, probably roughly speaking somewhere in the region of about, I would say, 2 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks actually, and just a couple of reasons for that. First main one, my little man, my son Alfie, he takes priority over everything, and that includes gaming as well. The odd occasions where I have gone to play gaming, I've kind of not really been that much into it, kind of waiting for new things to drop, new games to drop, new game modes to drop, all of that kind of stuff. So started Gears 5. I've got another game that I'm trying to play at the moment as well on the PS4. Man of Medan. Yeah, Man of Medan is the other one that I'm trying to do. But obviously, the main premise for this video is to talk about Shadowkeep. In the background, you're obviously watching some Vex Offensive. This is the first one that I'd ever done, because I've actually finished the story part of it so far. Got that out of the way and finished. And just trying to think in terms of how I feel about it and what I kind of thought about it as a whole. And the best way that I can describe it is Destiny 1, but reskinned in red. And all of your favourite Destiny baddies, but this time you have to kill their 2 sidekicks, usually in a round of about 3, just to get it all done. So effectively, the whole Shadowkeep thing is going back to the moon, which is really cool, and just replaying missions. That's the right way of describing it. Now, you could sit there and go, do you know what? This is really, really poor from a developer's point of view. I'm really not very happy about it. But the actual story part of it isn't the key element of it. It's endgame, and you don't really know much about the endgame until it actually happens. And don't get me wrong, it was pretty cool replaying all the old stuff again. I was saying to my mate Shortbread, the nostalgia that comes with it is cool. It's nice. It reminds me of a lot of things. It reminds me of different bits and pieces of the game that we used to do all the time, when we used to go and do loot holes, when we used to go and do map runs, all that kind of stuff. It was just nice to bring all of those things back up again. The one kind of criticism I have got probably of the end, sort of like in inverted commas, the boss fight, where you obviously have to go and fight you're doing Crota again, is, I don't know, it just felt incredibly easy just to run through it all. And especially if you're doing it with your mates as well, so you're doing it cooperatively rather than sort of doing it singularly. I can see how it might be a little bit more difficult that way around, but it just felt very simple, and it was done, and I kind of sat there going, do you know what I mean? It just not you kind of left it meh. And I hope that the rest of the game isn't going to be like that. So like the content section of it at the end and the end game content isn't going to be like it usually is with Destiny, where you run out of shit to do straight away, and it's absolutely infuriating. The one thing that I will say is really cool, the grind's coming up. It's tough, there's a lot to do. The new raid looks really, really good. The Vex Offensive looks really cool. I'm enjoying that. I like that. It's a nice, quick, easy way to level your shit up. Quick time, basically, to do everything that you need. I like this seasonal progression thing, the way that works. Obviously, it's a bit like, you know, Fortnite and a couple of other games as well, where you get the season pass and you level it up, and you can pay to level it up. But I don't think you pay to level it up. You level it up with natural progression, so that's all cool. So I like that side of it. I like the little bits and pieces that you've got to do. I like some of the new weapons that are in there, some of the new gear. I like the way that you have to really pay attention to what you're doing when it comes to your own armor sets, and making sure that they are as intuitive in terms of the task at hand as is humanly possible. So I really like that. I like that there's a lot of thought that needs to go into it, in terms of the processes and the way that it actually works and how it's supposed to do. Overall, it looks like the end game content could be quite good, but again, it's just I haven't really properly got into it yet. All I want is my Monte Carlo. That's the only thing that I want. Anybody that may have watched any of my Destiny videos from way back will know how much I loved that auto rifle. For me, was brilliant, and just the shit that you could do with it. And I know that the main perk of it is that it brings back, obviously, your melee. However, I just really liked it as an auto rifle. It was strong, and from what I've seen from videos of it, of people using it in the Crucible, it does look quite strong. I've not even touched Crucible yet, but again, that's because I haven't really played that much. I've kind of just been playing a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there, and just sort of settling back into sort of playing the game again. Like I said, my son takes precedent over everything, so, and I've been trying to get back into training again, like, i.e. keeping myself fit and healthy, because that's come off a little bit. Again, son takes precedent over everything, so it's that work, life, social balance thing that a kid just completely messes with. I wouldn't have it any other way, don't get me wrong. My little boy is incredible, so you know, don't worry about that. But it's just you kind of have to reassess and readdress everything sort of all over again. But overall, from what I can see, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I hope that it's going to last for a little while yet. We've got the nightmare hunts to do yet, so I'm looking forward to that. I just everything seems really cool, and I just like the way that that there's an easy way to get to. I mean, I can't remember if the soft cap is 900 or 950, but to get there is not that difficult. I mean, in terms of probably about 4.5, 5 hours worth of gameplay, I've gone from 750 to nearly 900. Am I nearly at 900? At least 880, I think. So in terms of getting to the soft cap isn't that hard at all, so that's good. It's going to be what comes after that, and the grind to get there is going to be the sort of the next main thing. I like the changes that they've made in terms of their overall user interface of the actual game itself, as my phone goes off mid-comms again. I like the look of that. I like it feels, I don't know, it just feels a little bit more polished. Although I will say that you did F it up, Destiny. I don't know where you didn't think that making it free up until Shadowkeep was not going to cause huge issues as it did, because I couldn't get on the first night. You sat in the queue, and just in terms of the levels, it took ages to get that sorted out. So good games, Bungie. You messed that up for absolutely everybody. I don't know how you didn't realise that having it free for everybody wasn't going to cause any problems. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for this one. Apologies for the lack of videos over the past couple of weeks. Just been busy. Hopefully I will get back into a little bit more consistent video stuff, particularly playing with my friends and stuff and things like that. So watch this space, there will be more videos to come. Like I said, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. I can never pronounce that either. And if you've done Shadowkeep and you've done the main story part of it, how are you finding it so far? Are you enjoying it? Are you liking just how far it seems to be going? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your sticking by me as ever. We out of here. Peace.